Hello, guys. I'm going to record part of a PowerPoint presentation that I give to some prospects on what the system can do. The system does a lot, but I'm going to focus on about two or three key aspects of this presentation or parts of the system that people use that I think are the most powerful. And I'm going to focus on that. And then at the end, I'll tell you what else is involved with this system. Okay. So let's face it. One of the problems or the biggest problem that most businesses are facing today is inefficient marketing, lack of leads and lack of clients. And of course, that leads to lack of sales and the inability to grow steadily. So finding prospects and handling leads, we know is very time consuming, and this can be very expensive. First of all, they have to search for new prospects. A lot of the business owners have to advertise in publications or social media to try to get, and they do this. A lot of them just try to do this manually, and they only get a few prospects a day. And then they have to put them into all kinds of customer relationship management systems for them to be reminded to follow up. And it's just not a very efficient system if you're trying to do it one at a time or trying to dig out these customers. Publications are pretty much out of the loop because publications really don't work. A lot of people that I know or customers that I had previously shown this system to were spending a lot of money on advertising in publications, and that's just basically like shooting a dartboard in the darkness. You never know what you're going to hit. You don't know when somebody's going to be able to pick up a publication and find you. That's one of the main things that happens there. The other thing is, once people have a prospect, they have to put it into mail lists, create mail lists who like MailChimp or GetResponse. And I'm not sure that they allow for you to upload a bunch of clients. I think you have to put them one at a time. So it's not a very efficient marketing system. So my question to you is, what if you had a system that could do all this for you automatically and more? Okay. So the perfect solution is what we have. The most powerful business development and lead generation system available anywhere. It works for almost any business. It uses artificial intelligence to gather clients. It boosts your business visibility and manages your marketing efforts, and it does it all in one place. It initially gives you the same advantage as major corporations like Amazon and Apple, all the big players. You have the same advantage because when some of the systems that they used a while back to really boost themselves has now become available for medium and small size businesses. I'll go over that here in a minute. You can use the system to increase sales and revenues, which is what we're all after. So let me show you a little bit of it. What we have to do nowadays is we have to market where people are looking. We have to go to where their eyes are. And for most of us, you've seen it. They spend their time in transportation, in waiting rooms, doctor's offices, even restaurants, parks. Anywhere you go, you'll find the bunch of people just fixated on their phones, just looking for stuff. So if we have all these people looking at mobile devices, is there any doubt as where you should be advertising? No, you should be going to where their eyes are. And that's what I'm going to talk about here. I'm going to introduce a few different systems. The first one that I'm going to talk about is geofencing. Some people kind of have an idea of what it is, but I'm going to try to explain it in detail so that you actually understand. So what is geofencing and why is it so powerful? And I'll talk about retargeting also. This is also known as location-based marketing. And what it does, it gives you the ability to target computers and mobile devices with your advertising based on location and the keywords that you select for your advertisement. Okay, so what does that mean? So let's say you're a restaurant and you want to attract, let's say you're a Mexican restaurant, and you're trying to attract people for a lunch special. What you want to do is you want to pinpoint your restaurant with the geofencing, and you want to go, let's say 2, 3, 4 miles out to attract customers to your restaurant. So when you set up your advertising, you set it up in a way that you put in keywords of what they might be looking for. So somebody looking for a Mexican food restaurant may put in as a keyword Mexican food, fajitas, or something to that extent. So you pick your keywords and you put it as a geofence in your location. So as they are going to their browser and looking for a Mexican restaurant and putting any of these keywords, what's going to happen is that your ad is actually going to show up just like that. So if you're having a sale or what have you, it's going to show up as advertising on their phones. Okay. Now, retargeting is the ability to send the same ad again to the same prospect at a later time. So once let's say you're not a restaurant and you're selling tennis shoes, for example. Somebody was looking for tennis shoes. They saw your ad, and sometimes people have to look for different things a couple of times before they make a purchasing decision. So if they're looking for tennis shoes or something like that, the retargeting will actually send that ad to them as you set up, maybe a week later or a week and a half later or a few days later, however many times you want to set that up for. Now, going back to where can you actually geofence? You can geofence anywhere. Just like you have here, let's say we had that Mexican restaurant right here in this section. You can go up several miles, however many miles you want, but it's always, if you have a brick and mortar business, it's actually good to stay within the range of where people are going to be able to travel to go to your business. So again, you do it based on a radius from a specific spot or location. You can do it by city or state if you have a different product or a digital product or something that you can ship out. You can target by zip codes. You can target conferences and conventions. This is actually my favorite. For those of you who know me, I own multiple businesses, and one of the businesses that I own, it is I cater to roofers and insurance adjusters. I have a roof measuring company where we actually take satellite images and we measure homes, and we're able to give these roofers or insurance adjusters reports of all the measurements in the house. So the roofers take that, they use it to bid on their job or to buy materials and everything. It's a measurement of a house. So what do I do? For example, I'm talking about conferences and conventions here. When I mention this, you might get some gears may start rolling in your head. But what I do is every year there's a conference called the International Roofers Association, where I know there's going to be about 20 or 30,000 people going by or going into within a 3-day period. So I know that those roofers in there are going to be looking for stuff. Now, by the way, my competitors are going to be there, but I'm not going to be there. And it costs approximately $5,000 to $10,000 just to get a booth. You still have to travel. You have to pay for hotels, expenses, and everything. So when it's all said and done, this conference may cost $15,000 to $20,000 to attend for a 3-day event. Yeah, you're going to have 20,000 people going through there, but my competitors are also sharing in that. So there's no guarantee that I'm going to get my return on investment. $15,000 is a lot to swallow if you don't know what you're going to get. So here's a way for me to be in the conference and not even be there. What I do is I take that convention center and I geofence, let's say within a mile or two around that convention center. And what I do is I put the keywords of anything that they may be looking for. Maybe they'll put on their roof measurements, or they'll put on their new roofing systems. I can put whatever I want, or I can put the name of a keynote speaker, because if they're looking for information on that keynote speaker, I want that as a keyword so that it still shows up. This is a kind of a sneaky one, but what I can do is I can geofence my competitors, which is what I do. I have 2 or 3 competitors in there. I put their company names as keywords in my advertisement. So, for example, there's a company called EagleView, which does the same thing that I do. But if anybody goes in there and Googles EagleView, guess whose ad is going to pop up? Mine. And I'm not even in the convention. It doesn't cost me anything. Well, I should say it doesn't cost me anything, but it's not going to cost me $15,000 to try to get prospects from that convention. I'm going to be able to be there. Not only that, I can be at multiple conventions at the same time because I can geofence several areas. So this is the advantage of being able to get advertising out to your people from a certain location. Yes, you can Google your competitors or actually use keywords as for your competitors' company name. And so there's endless possibilities to this. Now, here's another thing that this does. You can have a digital business card. Now, if you're like me, sometimes I attend mixers, I attend, networking events or places where I can meet people for some of my other businesses, like this marketing business. And usually you gather a lot of paper cards. They gather yours and you gather theirs. 90% of the time, these cards are going to wind up in the garbage because, number one, when they get it, they're not going to contact you right away unless they've got something to sell. So the card is going to sit there for a little while. And a week later, a week and a half later, 2 weeks later, they're going to pick up that card and they're not going to remember what the conversation was. They're not going to remember what you look like. They're not going to remember what you talked about. So typically they're going to say, forget it. And they're going to toss that in the cart. Or even worse, I've taken some of these cards and I've lost them. I don't remember where I put them. So that's also a problem. So what you can do with this thing is you can actually create a QR code, kind of like what's down here, and you can tie it to your digital business card. As a matter of fact, I'm going to invite all of you right now to do one thing. Get this QR code, get it on your phone, and go to the link on that. All right. The link for that should be moreclients.today. If it doesn't pop up right away, sometimes you have to enable JavaScript, but you'll see the link with moreclients.today. Just touch that link and my business card should come up. All right. So now let's try it right now. And this is what's going to happen. Once you open my business card, you're going to see all my information. You're going to see that you'll see my LinkedIn, you'll see my website, you'll see my phone, text, my all my contact information. I can even add things on there like Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Telegram, WhatsApp. If you guys use those, whatever method of communication is what you want there. Now, if you scroll down a little bit, you'll be able to fill out a form. And this is so I can give you instant information about what I do. Now, think about yourself doing this, what we're actually doing right now. So you ask your client to fill out the information, put their name, put their phone number and their email address. And you can pause this right now and take the time to do that. Now, once you do that, what you're going to do is I think there's a button on there that says send me information now. I want you to press that button to get the information about my business. Now, what's going to happen is you're going to receive an instant PDF file that's going to appear on your phone. And if it doesn't, you'll get a notification that you just received the download. You can actually download that and open it up and take a look at it. So again, you can pause this video right now and do that. And we'll continue here in a second. All right, so hopefully you downloaded the PDF, you were able to see it, you were able to read through it, and you'll see that my website actually appears on there. So now this is what happened, and this is the most powerful thing about this digital card. What happened just now is I gathered your information when you gave me your email, phone number, and name, and now you have landed on a automatic drip email campaign, which means in about 3 days you're going to receive information about my business. You're going to receive information maybe about 3 days after that, maybe then a week, or then after that, maybe 2 weeks. But the purpose of this is for me to stay on your mind because I want to include all my pictures with those emails so that you remember who I am. So think about you yourself doing this for any of your businesses. You can actually capture the information. You can give them instant information about whatever you're selling, about yourself or whatever you want, and you can put them in an instant email campaign, or even more powerful, if you know it's a cell phone, you can put them on an SMS drip campaign. So instead of receiving emails, they're receiving SMS text messages from you. So this is the power of those digital business cards. And guys, I got to tell you, this stuff actually works. So let me ask you this. What do you call a targeted prospect that has perfect contact information and who just showed interest in your products? Okay, this is another aspect of our software in which we allow you to get hot leads. Now, this is the prospect section of this business. And let me just show you a little example how this actually works, because again, this is very, very, very powerful. All right, so let's say, for example, and I used a general category, a big category here, which is network marketing. So let's say I was looking for network marketing and I wanted somebody in Houston, Texas, Okay, I'm not going to be concerned with the company, job title, industry, education, age, or anything like that. But this is the criteria that I want. So what I do is I press this button, is get prospect and launch sales flow, and then what happens is my lead shows up. Carla Alvarado. So let's look at Carla a little bit here. First of all, I have her business address. Now I know this is her business address because down here I can see that she works for Airbond International LLC, whatever that is. Now I also have a Gmail address, which is probably her personal email, and actually I can actually target both. She's a female in 1957. I get the location, which I was looking, Houston, Texas. And what I have also gathered is I have gathered her phone number, her Facebook contact, and her LinkedIn address. So I can market to her through automated systems through any of these means. But if you look at her interests right here, professional networking, and I was looking for network marketing, right? You can see that she's got a lot of wellness and nutrition traits right here. So she's probably some type of fitness trainer or speaker, and here's the criteria that I was looking for, which is network marketing. So we can see here that she's probably into helping people with weight loss. I can almost bet that this person is a member of some network marketing company that offers health products. So that's probably what she is targeting and what she does. So she's the perfect candidate if I was looking for network marketing companies. I'm going to do one more. You guys, I mentioned to you earlier that I'm in the roofing business, all right? So let's say, for example, I put the criteria and I'm looking for Austin, Texas, okay? And I want somebody who's in construction and roofing. I want a business owner in the roofing industry with interests and skills in construction and roofing, business owner. I'm not concerned with industry. Industry is roofing. I'm not concerned with education or degree or age or preferred contact method. So when I put get prospects and launch sales flow, this is what comes up. I just found Brent Huddleston. Brent, I got his email address, I got his phone number, his Facebook information, his LinkedIn information, his age, location, which is Austin, Texas, construction industry. This is his personal email. This is his business email. And these are his criteria. Remember, I was looking for roofers, and look at this. He is into roofing, but I know this is a construction company, so they deal with roofing. So he would be a perfect candidate for my roof measurement service. Okay, so you can see that all this here, he went to Tomball High School. He works with Corey Construction, and he's the regional vice president. How about that? Okay, so guys, this is basically the power of what the hot lead system works. Now, how many of these leads can you get? You can get packages of 100, 250, 500, 1,000, or you can get an unlimited package. So I encourage you to get back to us, and we will show you and explain all the packages in detail. Like I said, I'm trying to cover as much as I can, as fast as I can. But these are some of the other tools that you get with this system. You get unlimited websites. So you can build websites for all your businesses. And I'm starting to do that right now for my multiple businesses. You get total social media management. You can target and hit and market to all your social platforms. In other words, put one message and it's going to reach out to all your social media platforms. It has a customer relationship management system, which allows you to take those leads and manage them. It doesn't let you forget the follow-ups, and will automatically send emails, text messages, or advertisement of different kinds. You can have online ads where you can create easy ads and post them to millions of websites that we have access to. Just think about that. Millions of websites where you can place your ad. There's a team management section where if you have people working for you, you guys can all join the team platform and all of you can collaborate and work together. It has the geofencing and retargeting. I explained the email system where you can create an email campaign and email people on a consistent basis, and they can get that instantly and automatically. It has analytics to show how your business is doing, how your advertising is working. I get calls and emails all the time for people trying to optimize my websites. This already has the SEO built in, which is actually going to help your website and your business rank higher on search engines. And we talked also about the SMS messages. So guys, this is marketing made easy. It brings everything together in one platform. I gave you just a little peek of what this does, and it's very, very powerful. I encourage you to get back to the person who invited you to watch this presentation, or if it was me, call me back or contact me. And let's see if we can do an evaluation for you and see if this is something that we can adapt to your business or multiple businesses. And I look forward to speaking to you soon.